The question, is there life after death? Because I'm out here in the graveyard. And an interesting thing I considered while walking through the graveyard is a situation where a man from the village, he has a building over that way, you can see behind me. It's a grey building. It was a building that sold a warehouse that sold building supplies, housing supplies, like a Home Depot. But he started not to do well, mainly because due to competition from bigger companies coming in. So he borrowed money to open up a petrol station on the side, and he had 2 pumps of petrol, and basically it didn't do well, and that snowballed into the banks chasing him down for his money, and he ended up about to lose everything. He had a wife of 40 years, children and grandchildren living in the house with him. So he came out here to the graveyard, to one of these trees behind me, one of those trees, and he hung himself because he was in debt. And so I have a point to make, that if you are in such a mountain of financial debt that you cannot climb, that happens to people that they would never think. He was a very responsible man, and I know if you watch internet, YouTube, there's people, he's in India and other countries, Ireland, people are killing themselves because of financial debt. So if you have a financial debt, there is no life after that, because you will spend your life slaving for that debt and not living your life. Like when people borrow €500,000, €700,000 to buy a house, they will have to pay back double what they borrowed to the bank, and they will spend 30-40 years to pay for what is a standard 3-bed home, nothing fancy, and their life is now gone to that debt. So that is why in this system there is no life after financial debt. And I would say, if anybody is thinking of getting into debt, don't do it. If you can possibly, don't do it. We have some small debts and we're trying to get out of them now, and I'd also think that the system is very fucked up, the financial system, and we could create something that there would be life after financial debt, a system that could support people from life, from the birth to the death, a equal money system, income guaranteed, and these are all things that we can consider, because each generation is putting this financial debt and financial burden onto the next, and really there is no life if you have this debt, the constant worry and the constant stress. It's something that we all have to stop. It's something that we're working to get out of, and that is just a point that I've considered. Equal money, living income guaranteed. Bye from the graveyard. Life after death.